Good afternoon, all power to the people and free the land. This is Brother Khalid Rahim, representing and speaking on behalf of the New African Independence Party. And at this particular moment, I'd like to share just a few words with the viewing and listening audience regarding a campaign of the party, which is the People's Campaign for Reparations and Black Self-Determination. This campaign was launched approximately 1 year ago when we had our annual conference. And at that particular conference in 2017, the theme was indeed reparations and self-determination. We heard from representatives of NCOBRA, as well as esteemed academic and activist and writer, Dr. Raymond Winbush from Morgan State University. After the conference was over, we decided that we wanted to officially launch the campaign, the People's Campaign for Reparations and Black Self-Determination. To that end, we have a Facebook page, and we also have a membership group page on Facebook. We also have a web page / blog site. So for some additional information, indeed, please feel free to go to the Facebook page, the group membership page, as well as the blog page, which is Campaign for Reparations and Black Self-Determination. You will find it on WordPress, as a matter of fact. But what I'd like to talk about this afternoon briefly is one of the tools that we've decided to use in the course of this particular campaign, and that tool is a national survey. So we've put together a national survey that I'm making reference to, and I'll briefly describe the purpose. The purpose of this survey is to gather information and feedback regarding public response to the idea, proposal, and movement to obtain reparations and self-determination for Blacks or New Africans within the United States of America, in particular those who are descendants of enslaved Africans. We define reparations as to repair and make amends, the compensation for the effects and impact of slavery, state-sponsored violence, Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, which is the United States government-led counterintelligence program to identify, target, assassinate, and incarcerate Black and New African leaders. Also, reparations for the war on drugs, as it was called, which we define as a government-led initiative to flood the Black communities with drugs, to target Blacks with disproportionate numbers of arrests, convictions, and longer prison sentences. We define self-determination as the human and international right of a group of people to freely determine and decide its own political and economic relationships. We hold that right to be a nation and to determine their own political identity and destiny is sacred. So that being said, we've launched this particular tool to push forward and to advance the struggle and the movement for both reparations and for Black self-determination. And at some point in the future, I'll talk about why we have both of them together and not separate. So we're calling upon people to participate, to engage, to take the survey, to answer all the questions, to be thorough, and to be objective as you can. And we're also asking you to share this survey amongst people who you know and people who you don't know. This is a survey that is structured in such a way as to hopefully gather opinions and perspective from African and non-African people, from Black people, from non-Black people. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from everyone. And we certainly want to call upon people to get involved with the campaign. This is the People's Campaign for Reparations and Black Self-Determination. It's a grassroots campaign. It was initiated by the New African Independence Party. But we welcome all people who are interested. We welcome your participation. This is a survey. This is not necessarily a plebiscite. But if indeed we discover, as we embark on this mission, as we advance this campaign, as we advance this agenda for reparations and Black self-determination, If we discover by using tools such as the survey that indeed the vast majority of people in general, but certainly the vast majority of Black people in this country see themselves as a separate nation, support the call, support the demand for reparations, and indeed would be open to the possibility of having an independent entity, then we will indeed proceed later on down the line to structure a plebiscite. We intend on doing what many of us have been talking about doing for the last several decades. We intend on doing it, but we realize that we cannot do it alone, not as this Black political party that we are, or New African Independence Party, but we can only do it as part of a much larger and broader movement for Black freedom and for Black liberation, namely self-determination. And so we call upon all people who are sincerely and genuinely interested in advancing this type of agenda. Please check out our Facebook page, check out our website, newafrican.org. For those who want to join the party, you're more than welcome. For those who don't want to join the party, but you want to get involved with the campaign, you are definitely more than welcome. This is a campaign that is not specific to any one particular political orientation. For all those people, especially Black folks and folks of African descent, who value freedom, who value self-determination, and who value being able to stand on your own 2 feet. Please get involved. Please join us. Please join the People's Campaign for reparations and for self-determination. That being said, I'd like to end. I don't want to take up a lot of your precious time. I would like to see you use part of that time to fill out the survey. The survey takes generally about 5 to 6 minutes. It may take a little longer. It may take less time for some of you. We welcome your participation. We also welcome you to join this campaign. Thank you again. All power to the people, free the land, and free all political prisoners. Amen.